Welcome into the golf farm. Amy and I are talking swing breakdowns. I mean, the hottest guy talked about that we all look forward to watching play on TV right now is Bryson DeChambeau. And as I look
Changing the game.
He's changing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably post-US Open win last year where he was, annihilating balls. But we saw him this previous weekend where he actually toned it back a little bit and competed at a really high level at Sawgrass, which takes a lot of different shot making. So, I mean, Bryson has so many skill sets and so many tools, but this is back when he was really, and by the way, how many protein shakes would it take me to look like that? I mean, a lot, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if my body would
We should
hold
try
up.
that diet though.
Huh? You think?
Yeah.
I could gain like 100 yards off the tee? Okay, so Amy and I are going to talk a little bit about Bryson and what we kind of notice and what he's tried to develop in the last couple of years.
First of all, love him or hate him, but he's kind of willing to try anything, and he's willing to think outside the box. And those are things that we do every day in our teaching. We're trying to solve problems for people, and we're hoping that they're open-minded to making some changes. And he's the definition of that. So if our students can do a little bit of Bryson, then we can.
I know, I'm just not smart enough actually, but I'm exploring like he is.
It's pretty cool.
Huh? Oh, it's
pretty
pretty amazing. All right. So one thing, what do you notice right here just at address?
Well, first of all, these two people are very interested in what's
I'm
going on.
too. Like, how far is this ball gonna go, right? Yeah.
So let's check this out.
I know.
All right, at address, obviously he has a really big grip, so his left hand, which is very unique, is like on this side of the grip. His thumb is
if you see his, like most of our thumbs are at least like on top of the grip, your left hand thumb for right-handed players, or even to the right side of the grip. His is actually so weak that it's basically on the left side of the grip.
Palm, too.
It's in his palm.
Yeah, it's totally in his palm.
Yeah.
We all know kind of how he gets fired up before he's about to hit that shot. So there's going to be a lot of movement, like right off the ball here. You can see like he's already trying to shift pressure into his right foot.
Yeah.
He's going to use the ground in every way possible to create some speed.
You can also see too in this picture frame, you see like a lot of people like try to get the club moving up, or they're like getting it to kind of win the race as they take it away, or one piece or something. He's actually dragging this handle, and I think there's a purpose for it, and we'll kind of talk about it when he starts to like yank on that thing.
I know, it's almost like he tries to get the club as far away from him as he can going back. I mean, just straight arms. No load in his wrist, really.
Yeah.
He's going to do it coming down, so he's setting himself up. I mean, look at the width in his arms in the club. I mean, that's insane, right? That circle couldn't be any wider.
He's as far away as he can make it.
But now it's going to start to narrow. Let's take him all the way to the top, because another thing we really like, well, he's already going into transition there, but if we back it up a couple frames, look at his pivot motion. Like, he's probably lifted his left heel off the ground. He's turned his shoulders to like 110 degrees. Now, we might not all go on the Bryson diet, but this is something we can copy if we want to gain a few yards with our driver. Is like, well, let's not limit our pivot. Let's turn our hips, let's turn our shoulders, and you're going to add yards just doing that.
That looks like young Jack Nicklaus. His lower body pivot looked like exactly like Bryson's.
Left knee's bent, right? He maybe even lifted his left heel off the ground a little bit, and he's trying to turn his shoulders and his hips as much as he can. With that really wide arc, you guys can explore that too. Like, that might allow you to turn a little more.
Yeah.
So now he's actually going to create some load coming down as he starts transition. You'll see the shaft narrow like quite a bit right in here. So now it's almost touching his right shoulder. So he went from like the widest circle ever to pretty narrow right there.
Pretty narrow, yeah. And I think that was one of the reasons why he was trying to set the shaft up and make it go like more like he's dragging the handle and the club head's getting as far away. So as he starts his transition, he starts to kind of get in the ground a little bit. He's actually pulling that down.
And he talks about that as his power source. He talks about how he's just trying to pull down the club as hard as he can.
As hard as he can.
Which I wouldn't recommend to you guys at home. That's probably his own unique feel, because it's not really what he's doing. Obviously it's narrowing, but you're gonna see how quickly it actually starts to get wide again, which is really, really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody now he gets to P6, look at the width again.
It's giant, the club is so far away.
I've never seen really anybody do that in that short of amount of time. Most people that get this thing really close to their right shoulder are more like Phil Mickelson, where they end up kind of leaning it in there a lot and then have to play like face a lot.
But remember, he's using analytics as his beneficiary, so he wants to hit up and he wants to hit out on this ball to get maximum launch with effective spin to make balls go really far.
And so this width he has now is going to help him hit up on it, right, Brian?
Yeah, it sure is. Right here.
Now, we talked about that grip. Let's back him up right at impact. We talked about, perfect. We talked about that left hand being on the side, right?
Yeah.
So when he hits it, now he's got a lot of flexion in that wrist when he hits it. And that would really be the only way to kind of square the face with that weak of a grip, right?
Yep. Look how square everything is. Yep.
Totally. Ripping open with his hips and his chest.
Yep.
And he's going to hit like 8 up on this ball. Even though he was like giantly narrow right here, he got that club head down. So he could still hit up on it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can see his wrist starting to even go like more this way through the ball. It's crazy. Feet are off the ground, jumping in the air.
Spinning around. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. I mean, it's pretty exciting to see this guy that's got this kind of ability to hit a golf ball this long, but yet have this accuracy and this ability to hit balls a certain distance. Like we saw this last weekend at Sawgrass.
With different ball flights, you know, he can hit them low and up, and
yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
Brilliant player. We've got a lot of years to watch Bryson DeChambeau, so it's pretty exciting to watch him evolve. And by the way, this probably isn't the last golf swing. There's going to be some like change and some evolution with Bryson, because he'll never stop trying to kind of unlock the perfect golf mechanics.
Yeah, it's great for golf, and it's exciting to watch.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed it.